So in this video, I'm going to talk about what ego truly is and how it can affect your movement practice. So let's start from the top. So if I want to define ego, if we go on the interwebs, it says ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. So let's dive a little deeper into this. So what does having an ego mean? So I'm reading this from the internet. Someone's ego is their sense of their own worth. For example, if someone has a large ego, they think that they're very important and valuable. He had a massive ego, would never admit that he's wrong. So how does this relate in a movement practice or in an exercise setting? Over the years, I've realized how important it is to knock down the barrier of having a large ego, because it's going to affect you in so many different ways that you might not even realize. So first of all, one way that having a big ego can affect you on an exercise level or within a movement practice is that you're not willing to learn anything new. So if you go into an exercise class, for example, and let's say the instructor has a new concept or a new skill. If you're going to have an ego, that means that you're going to close your mind off to the potential of learning anything new. And by learning this new whatever it is, you're blocking yourself off from developing further as a person. So another way that having an ego can affect you in an exercise setting or in your own personal movement practice is sometimes your ego can put you in danger. So now this is another way that it will affect you. So let's say you're lifting weights. You're doing a bench press. Nice heavy weight, you're really going for it. So somebody with a larger ego might have a lot of self-confidence, and they might push themselves past the limit that they can truly handle. In turn, you have the opportunity for injury because you weren't listening to your body. You weren't thinking clearly. You were thinking you could do more than what you really could. So just another example of how having an ego is going to hinder yourself from growing and excelling. If we're constantly doing things, injuring ourselves, and not taking the time to reflect about it, not really figuring out the reasons why we're injuring ourselves, well, then you're just running around in a circle. You're never going to get anywhere. So that's why with the students that I teach or the clients that I have, one of the biggest things that I always start with is to tell them to let go of the ego. And at first, I think they listen, but they're not truly understanding what I mean. So when I start to show people spinal waves, it can be an awkward thing. We're moving our spine. We're doing body rolls. It can be quite embarrassing. It's not fun to do things that you're uncomfortable doing at first. But once again, if you have this understanding of what ego is and how it's affecting you, then at that point, you might be willing to let in this new concept. And then at that point, you'll be able to receive the benefits of what this new concept has to offer. So remember to take the ego out of your exercise or to take the ego out of your movement practice. And by doing so, it's actually going to help you learn more. It's going to help you grow. And it's going to keep you safe, making sure you're doing the right regression, not doing anything that's too advanced. Make sure you watch the video that's on the screen to learn more ways to incorporate movement into your life. As always, this is Mini Movement Man saying be kind to one another. Peace.